You want to make him obsessed. Listen carefully. This isn't what you think. It's not about tricks, or chasing, or playing hard to get. It's about turning that obsession inward, until you become the obsession. He doesn't fall for what you say, he falls for how you move, for how you carry silence like a secret, for how your energy says, I don't need to be chosen, I already am. Obsession doesn't start with him, it starts with you. When you treat yourself like art, the world studies every detail. When you move like poetry, they hang on to every line. You've spent too long proving your worth, explaining yourself, begging to be understood. But the dark feminine doesn't explain. She exists, and her existence is enough. You become unforgettable when you stop performing, when you stop chasing attention, when your silence becomes the loudest thing in the room. Every time you obsess over him, you hand him your power. But when you pour that obsession into yourself, your rituals, your rest, your self-respect, the energy flips. He starts to feel what you used to feel. That ache, that craving, that pull. He can't name it, but he feels it, because your absence has presence. The dark feminine doesn't chase. She attracts. She receives. She waits in her calm, knowing everything meant for her is already on its way. So start now. Turn your attention inward. Ask yourself, what do I need to give myself today that I've been waiting for someone else to give me? Every time you answer that question, you come home to yourself. And every time you come home, you glow differently. That glow is what they call obsession. Stop asking, what if he forgets me? Ask instead, what if I finally remember me? That's when everything shifts. If this message is sinking in, comment, I choose myself. Let the universe see it. Let it become your declaration today. When you speak those words out loud, feel them settle into your body. They are not just a sentence. They are a spell, a promise between you and your higher self. Every woman who chooses herself changes the vibration of the world, because self-love isn't selfish. It's sacred rebellion. It's saying, I no longer abandon me. Now breathe. Let your shoulders drop. Notice how heavy you've been carrying everyone else's expectations. It's safe to put them down now. The dark feminine rises when you rest, when you stop explaining, when you whisper, I'm enough, and finally believe it. He will feel it. The difference between a woman who needs validation and a woman who validates herself with every breath. She doesn't perform softness to be loved. She is softness, and she holds it with strength sharp enough to cut through illusion. There is nothing louder than the quiet confidence of a woman who has met herself. Her walk slows, her voice deepens, her gaze says everything. That's the energy that lingers in a man's mind, not the chase, not the chaos, but the calm he can't find anywhere else. You don't build that calm overnight. You build it every morning you choose peace, instead of proving your worth again. You build it when you stop checking your phone, and start checking in with your soul. When you stop craving a reply, and start replying to your own needs. This is self-intimacy, the most seductive force on earth. A woman who knows herself is a woman impossible to forget. So nurture your silence. Dress for your own reflection. Eat slowly, move deliberately. Let pleasure become your prayer. Do you know what happens then? The world rearranges around you. Opportunities appear. Love deepens. People start treating you the way you've begun treating yourself. Energy teaches others how to meet you. When you respect your boundaries, they become sacred ground. When you love your solitude, it turns magnetic. He'll notice the change. He'll sense the distance. But he won't call it distance. He'll call it mystery. And curiosity is the first stage of obsession. He'll replay your laugh. He'll scroll through old messages, just to feel the rhythm of your words again. But by then, you won't be waiting. You'll be blooming, rooted in your own soil, watered by your own hands. Because real power isn't found in who misses you. It's found in how you hold yourself when they do. So keep choosing yourself, again and again, even when it's quiet, even when it's lonely, even when it feels like no one is watching. That's when transformation happens. In the dark, in the pauses, in the moments you decide your peace is worth more than attention. The dark feminine doesn't rush the process. She trusts it. She knows every ending is a doorway, every rejection, a redirection. Let your standards rise with your self-respect. Let your silence speak for you. Let your glow tell the story words never could. If he returns, you'll meet him from a different frequency, one where you no longer need him to see your worth, because you already do. And if he doesn't, you'll still be radiant, because the woman you became was never built for begging. She was built for becoming. So tonight, whisper to yourself, I am whole, I am peace, I am the experience. Say it until your body believes it. Feel that power settle in your bones. That's you coming home. That's you becoming the obsession. And if you're asking why the universe made it so hard, why it made you crawl through heartbreak, rejection, silence, it's because softness without strength collapses. You had to bleed to remember your own pulse. You begged for clarity, and the universe handed you chaos, not to punish you, but to force you to rebuild your peace from the inside out. Because how else would you learn your worth? How else would you stop chasing crumbs, if you didn't first taste starvation? You kept giving until there was nothing left. And when no one came to save you, you became the one who saves herself. The universe was never against you. It was answering the prayers you didn't know how to word yet. You asked for strength, it gave you lessons. You asked for love, it taught you self-respect first. You want to know why you went through it? Because power doesn't grow in comfort. It grows in loss, in silence, in nights you cried and still got up the next day. So stop asking why it happened. Start asking why you kept betraying yourself, just to feel needed. That version of you, the one who begged, who explained, who waited, she's gone. She served her purpose. She made sure the woman you are now would never forget. Now, you're not the one hoping to be chosen. You're the one the universe chooses to reflect its strength through. You are not unlucky. You are being forged. Every test was a calibration. Every heartbreak, a realignment. You had to break so you could finally see. You were never fragile, just layered. This world bends for women who stop breaking for others. It moves for those who have learned to sit in their own fire, and not flinch. The universe didn't betray you. It exposed everyone who did. It burned everything false, so you'd finally stand in truth. You didn't lose them. You lost the version of you that tolerated less than what you deserve. Now, you stand here whole, steady, untouchable, because every why me became of course me. And maybe you finally see it now. Nothing was taken from you. Everything that left simply cleared space for what's meant to stay. The universe wasn't cruel. It was precise. It took what weakened you so you could rebuild unshakable. So breathe, smile, you made it here. You turned pain into power, and silence into peace. Thank you for staying until the end. Thank you for choosing yourself, again and again, even when it hurt. If this message spoke to you, hit like, subscribe, and share it with the woman who still needs to hear that she's the storm and the calm after it. Because this is your reminder. You are not broken. You are becoming. And the world is already moving to meet the woman you decided to be. I'll see you in the next one.